All right, real quick, we're going to walk you through how to create an empathy map. Now, what I did here was I actually just Googled empathy map. Let me see if I can back up. Yeah, here. So I Googled empathy map, and I clicked up on the first picture that popped up. This is the exact, this is the one that I used. You can print this out and just pop it up on your wall. There's a bunch you can choose from. You can find which one fits you the best. I actually use an online version, which we're going to use, and I'm going to show you. That's one of mine right here. But here's how this works. You're going to figure out exactly who your target market is, who your target customer is. Feel free to dial them in, give them an eye color, give them a name, give them an age, give them a backstory if you feel it necessary. See, we have quite a few different um, empathy maps right now in our business. We have a 14-year-old who has trouble struggling. We have an 18-year-old who is very good, but didn't quite have the athleticism to play in college. And we even have about a 33-year-old man who's just trying one more time to get his vertical up before it's too late. So we have a few, and I'm going to show you one to kind of fill in an example. So, for example, we'll do the 14-year-old basketball player. Um, so I want you to do this, and you can kind of hear me go through mine. And I hate to make this about my business, but I feel like if you watch me go through mine, you're going to be able to apply it to your business much easier. So right now, what we have here is you can draw this out, you can print this out, you can find one online. I highly recommend do that, or you can just do it on your paper. You can just do 4 quadrants at the top of the page, and then 2 subsections underneath for pain and gain. And here's how this works. You're just going to fill in the blank with the thoughts that go through this person's head, this customer's head, as well as what they say, what they hear, what they feel, and what they see and say and do. So, we're going to just kind of fill it in one by one. So there are no limit to answers. You're going to want to always have this. I recommend putting this on a cloud server so you can always access it and you can always go back to it, because this is going to be really valuable for your business. So for C, we'll start with C. We're going to just think about what our customer and our target person sees on a day-to-day basis. What do they see that makes them want to accomplish whatever and solve whatever problem you solve? What do they see that helps them? So for my business, they see and deal with, getting cut. They see from sitting on the bench, they see that they're not getting any playing time. They always see more athletic players around them. Um, they see professional athletes on TV who are getting paid millions of dollars and living the dream life, and they're popular and famous. They see that nothing is working fast enough for them. They see athletes excelling but not working as hard. They see offers from online trainers through email all the time. They see YouTube videos and Google for more and more training advice on how to solve this problem. And they see people doubting them and making fun of them all the time. So as you can see, you can really, really dig in and go deep with your business on and your market on what they see. Okay, and there are no right answers, and you're going to notice that a few of these quadrants kind of hit similar. So that's not a problem as long as we can dial in. So next, for think and feel, we want to kind of get in the head of what your target market thinks, and obviously what they think and what they feel. So my target market for this empathy map would be, like I mentioned, a 14-year-old basketball player. Typically what they're dealing for is some insecurity, some self-doubt, some inner disbelief. That's kind of an awkward stage. It's, they're growing. Either they haven't hit puberty yet, or they may not during that season. They may be smaller than a lot of their friends, and it can cause for some insecurity, right? So what they're going to think and they're going to feel is things like it's not fair. They feel uncool. They feel shy. They feel embarrassed about who they are. They feel that they have a dream. They dreams to become famous, but they kind of feel that they don't really have a shot. They lack self-confidence and they envy athletes who have it. They feel like it's not fair to them. They feel like they've been kind of dealt a bad hand, so to speak. So that's what they think and feel in my market. Yours could be completely different, but you just need to figure out what exactly your target market thinks and feels, your target person thinks and feels. All right, next is here. So what is your target customer hear on a daily basis about the problem that you're going to solve for them? So, for example, my problem that my athlete here, my 14-year-old basketball player faces, is he can't jump at all. He can't jump worth a crap. And what he gets from it is he gets, typically mine's a basketball player, so this is kind of rolling into the realm of basketball as well. But he hears his parents tell him to not really get overly involved in basketball because it may not be for him. So they're trying to protect him. Um, he may hear that he's running out of time. He may get a lot of crap from his friends because he can't jump high. They may make fun of him and make fun of his work ethic and how hard he works, even though he never sees results. He may have his coach tell him what he needs to improve on, but not really tell him how. Just kind of feed him some crap. He may hear tons of information about how to improve, but have no idea where to start. And that's one that's more or less true about any market. I mean, we're living in the information, the most informative time ever in the world. You can learn more now than you can any other time now, right? So there's typically a surplus of information. Next is, um, they hear that the hard work's not going to pay off for them. They hear that they can't accomplish their goal, and that's universal for a lot of different markets. And next, say and do. I think you're probably by this point getting the idea of how this works. So for say or do, typically my target market will say things like it's not fair. They'll make excuses to kind of save face. They'll blame others. They'll blame their coach is a big one. They'll be searching, and their do will be they'll search for a magic pill. They'll buy a bunch of different programs or products, but not really implement anything. They will say that they're working hard, but not actually work hard. And one that I've really noticed that, more or less going to make my list is, believe it or not, our target market, we have a small niche of our target market who is actually creating fake Facebook profiles and really trying to pretend to be the person they want to become. And it's really interesting because we see it, more or less, we've probably run into, at this point, 50 to 100 of these characters who turn out to typically be, and like they'll typically be a 14, 15-year-old, have a fake Facebook picture up, and then they'll get in our customer group and tell everyone that they have 50-inch vertical leaps. And we know it's not true, and I mean, we do our best to try to persuade them to be who they are without kind of calling bullshit on them, but you get the idea. But that's just an example of how my market may be different from yours. So you just need to make this based on your needs and what your client's needs are, what your problem that you're solving is. And then, but after you do the four quadrants, you're going to hit your pain and gains. Now, the cool thing about pain and gains is typically the higher level of pain you have, the higher level of gain you have. So they kind of counterbalance each other. For example, in vertical jump, the pain is going to be typically on that social level of the pains, like I'm not popular, I'm not going to be a big deal, I fail, I hate, I'm not really proud of myself, I'm not really confident in myself. And the gain would be obviously, the polar opposite, the confidence, the popularity. So those kind of counterbalance each other a little bit. Now, and they can be pretty increasingly dramatic in ways. For example, fat loss, for example. The pain could be something like not being able to watch my kids grow up, or having my parents outlive me. It's something like that, where the gain could be having the ability to live a long life and be there when your kids have kids and be a grandparent. And like, I mean, the gains and pains you could really go far with in some markets. So feel free to do so. So saying that, my next recommendation would be to do a Google form questionnaire where you can actually do a Google form and do a survey. Or if you want to use SurveyMonkey, that's a really easy option that's not overly expensive at all. It's only like I think like $10 or so to do a survey. And what I would do is if you have customers, I would survey them. If you have a list of any kind that hits your market, I would survey them. But if not, I wouldn't be opposed if I were you to budgeting about 10 to 15 bucks and running paid PPC Facebook traffic to a survey. And I can show you how to do this. Just feel free to contact me. I'll show you exactly how to do this if you so choose. And run about $10 to $15 worth of clicks to a survey that asks these questions for you. Now, something very important, you want to ask these questions in a way, first of all, that makes sense to this target market, and it gets the real answers that you want. Because if you just write see, think and feel, hear, say and do, pain and gain, they're not going to have a damn clue what you're talking about, right? So you're going to have to write things like, you know, what do you see day to day that persuades you to increase your vertical jump? Okay. What do you see that makes you feel you won't jump higher? What do you think about people who jump higher? Do you think, what do you think about your vertical jump training? Do you think it'll increase? You know what I mean? What do your parents say? Just come up with 10 questions, give or take, about what your target market hears, what they think and feel, what they see, and what they say and do. 10 to 12 questions, and then also you could even have a list of, give me your top three, top three. Trying to think of a way to explain it. What are your top three goals from increasing your vertical, or what would a 40-inch vertical do for you? What would never jumping high do, make you feel? Okay, what happens if you never jump high? Stuff like that, okay, for your pain and gain. So more or less, I just want you to figure out a way to target and ask your target market these questions, because trust me, you can do this yourself and fill in this map based on what you think they are. But I promise you it'll never be perfect. It'll never be 100% right unless you actually ask and survey the people on a list, or the people who are your target market. So anyway, I'll shut this down there. Hopefully that was informative and helps you get your empathy map started. And again, this is 1 out of 3 of ours, and as you can see, I mean, we take this very seriously, because the real beauty here is this isn't just great for YouTube. It's great for product creation. It's great for customer service. It's great for if you're dealing with any type of clientele or coaching or any type of leads, email marketing, product sales, anything. You're going to get so much benefit from knowing your customer better. You're going to be able to benefit so much better, and you're going to make a lot more money. The better you know your customer, the more money you make, hands down. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what we have going on here. Hopefully that helps you create your empathy map, and I will let you go there and get started. So thank you very much.